Hey guys, Howie here, and I'm just going to review for Tuesday the 4th of April my trades. I'll go over some of the ones that are still live. So MOX would be the first. This one I'm not very excited about. I bought it at 58 cents like almost 2 weeks ago now, and this is a 3-month I'm looking at. It's basically been on just a very slow gradual decline without a lot of positives, and you can see here the volume's actually picked up the last 2 days, but it hasn't moved. So I don't have a stop loss in this, but I think tonight I'm going to set one at like 55 and just get out of there unless it does something exciting. I bought it at 58, which it was hovering around, and I liked that it had some upside here, but really it touched 65 a couple of times in the middle of March, but it just doesn't seem to be doing very much or what I want it to, so I will likely put the stop loss at 55 and sort of watch it over the next few days. I had it originally at 52, but I think I'm going to tighten that up a little bit. The SJL has just been sitting there again. It's between 7 and 8 cents. I have a sell on that at 8 cents. I already sold. I bought all of my shares on that one at 7 cents on the 23rd, same date, and I sold half of them at 9 cents right here on the 24th, but it was only able to sell half, and the other half's been sitting there. So I'm just trying to finish that one out, the other half at 8 cents, but it hasn't quite got up enough to sell that. LEM is one purchased on the 28th at 70 cents, and it's actually halfway sold off the first half of it. So I want to sell 15,000 at 75 and then leave the other 14,000 and change to maybe in the 80s if it'll go that high. So that is this one, and it keeps touching 75 and then coming down, touching 75 and coming down. So you look at the 1 month on this bad boy, it is sort of in that limbo phase right here where it could come on back down, and it also could come on back up. So I'm going to keep a close eye on this. Hopefully I can sell it of half of it at 75. If I do, I'll put the stop loss above my 70 that I came in at, just sort of lock up a reasonable profit and then go from there. The CJC, this has been very boring. Owned it for a few days, and this one is at 12 cents, and it has not done very much for a few days. It's just sort of sitting around, but you can see this is a 1 month here. I have the buy at 14 cents, which is, it was around the end of March, it was close to 14. And you can see on the 3 month, it has a ton of resistance, or sorry, support right at 12 cents. I really like this 12-cent point. I'd be surprised and hopeful that it won't touch below 12 cents, and I'm hoping for an up of a couple cents on that one. So just sort of sitting tight on that. And then today all I really did was I invested in WEED stock, which is Canopy, at 1042. I liked it yesterday, and it actually downturned near the end of the day, picked up some more at 1024. And then today in the open, I picked up some more at 1010. I think $10 is really a hard support line for WEED stock. It's this guy right here. This is the 3 month, and right at this $10 mark, it's bumped a few times below, but you can see this trend here between the upper 9s and say 1040, that it really traveled along a long ways before breaking up, and it's kind of slowly coming down. So I'd be very surprised if this guy went much below here, and this is definitely going to be more of a long term for me. I'm happy to sit in it. I have more shares than just the ones I'm sort of swing trading with in this stock that I've been sitting on for a long time. So even if you look at the beginning of the uptrend on this bad boy, you know, it spiked up really high here, but it's definitely trended right around that $10 $10 mark for quite a time. That's $10 in the nose, that bottom line there. So you can see it's right at that now. So for these shares here that I have, you know, the 6,500 or 7,000 shares I got here, 6,500 or so, I'd be happy to get out in the 1050 range, which it was at, you know, a couple days ago. And certainly I'm feeling like one of these days is going to gap up tomorrow or the next day, or at least have a good uptrend, and I can sell half of those shares, or sorry, sell out the ones that I just purchased. So that's the update for you. Not much exciting happened. The only other thing, the LEM was filled 5,500 of the 14.5 at the 75, but like I said, it kept bumping around. And there's another little one that I had been sitting on for a long time that's about halfway filled now. This one I bought like a year ago for 2 cents, and I'm trying to fill it at 0.35 cents. You can see it's right here, and it's just bumping up and down, 4 to 3, 4 to 3. So I just gotta sort of let it slowly fill until it's done. That's my hope anyway. All right, that's it for the update. Hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow.